give up, guys. Don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Don't give up, guys. Don't give up.
You know, looking at this game here, oh man, this Wind Ranger really needs to.
I don't consider myself.
I like that
player.
Hellraisers have the ability to consistently push
player.
that, right? Whereas the BetBoom team, they can only do it when they have the access. And we're talking, of course, tier 1s and the map. But the thing is, Hellraisers, they really need to. And you have a sniper. The Hawk can play heroes in a different way, but I'm not sure I've seen him play a very aggressive. You need to even give your life times just to force out ulti. If you're not fighting constantly, BetBoom are using every single exorcism to get an objective, very soon you're gonna start falling behind, and then a big fight will come out, global sound, screw you over. And so I want Hellraisers to set up the tempo. I think that's one of the reasons hero is good at constantly poking, forcing out TPs, and by doing that, stopping the aggression. So it's gonna be quite cool to see if Hellraisers can find the work. Just play aggressive though. It's not a classic usage of the global silence, which is the easiest one to use. You jump in and then you basically want to use it when the enemies are jumping in to save your one hero, extend the fight, and then chase them down. That's the ideal scenario. Of course, if you're winning the game, you're gonna be that way, but ideal for their lineup, it's an approach. So that's why the DP needs to have a solid lane, to have the items necessary to survive through the initial burst, use the global, and then you...
Are you ready to run?
One thing that really didn't put much emphasis on, and I think it's pretty important, is that the side lanes for Hellraisers are pretty solid. You know, on one side you have a sniper who's an amazing, and on the other side you have a techies. The other two, not the greatest with them, but they're okay. And it's something that can I don't want to say win you the game, but put you in a position where you can win just because you have that in strength, that you're stronger, and then you can transition more aggressively into the early mid game. It's pretty much set to do, and which kind of counters Boom's lineup. Yep, that's pretty much what he's been doing, and he's been forcing Toronto Tokyo to go through all of his region that he now doesn't have any of. Bringing a style out. It's definitely not ideal. Good thing though is that you have created enough space without dying. Buying that for Monkey King to get close to level 3, then suddenly the lane is just not so much for Hellraisers because a Jingle Mastery would strike him.
I don't consider myself the best player. I don't consider myself the best player.
The weakness of this sniper lane is the Rubik, you know, because he's not the ideal hero to go forward, and BetBoom, they punish it. This is why this team is so scary. If you look at them, even against solid laners, even against when they're being pushed back, if you look at the CS, they're winning, and they're not winning by a small margin. They're crushing it. Yep, it's pretty much needed, and you got the first blood, so you're gonna be having the extra gold necessary, so it kind of stops the Rubik from doing any damage to you, and then you were only dealing with the sniper who doesn't have to move significantly. Good thing for the Hawk is that his enemies don't have a glyph, but Nightfall, he is thinking about the dive there. They're expecting a potential Wind Ranger coming in, but the thing is Kiyotaka has no Javelin yet, and he has no ulti, so him TPing wouldn't really change too much, but maybe they can kill Toronto Tokyo again. I actually expected Kiyotaka to go for like, because you're playing against the Emperor. Not like you're gonna be killing him with the focus fire, but it seems like Hellraisers want to play more aggressively in terms of rotations and kills, because they don't feel on how these side lanes. That was weird to me. I think BetBoom got ahead of themselves, thinking, oh, we're so good, and they fought 3 heroes in the bottom lane without any defenses of pretty much anyone wrote. They lost over here, so Hellraisers, I thought that move on the Rubik is gonna end up biting them, but in the end they get a kill on the Monkey King, so it ends up being pretty nice. Too slow. The thing is that he's too slow. He doesn't have the boots. He only has the javelin. So it's only if you get baited a little too deep, Kiyotaka would to change something. Get him. They're not done. This is why I didn't like the Javelin. You don't have the boots. You're super slow. You cannot move. You can't do anything. The Ember Spirit doesn't care whatsoever about your focus fire because he can get himself away anytime he wants. So just a... I think that was a slight mistake from Kiyotaka. Now he even TPs to the mid lane, so he's gonna have to stay here for at least like 60 seconds. You know, rotating anywhere, it's not gonna be going too good for him. So I'm kind of scared right now already for Hellraisers. Because BetBoom, even though they lost the Monkey King on the bottom lane, you know, with that rotations, if you look at it, all three of their cores are topping the network. Hawk is suffering so much. DPK just scouted that ward in the Hellraisers. It has kind of a half of the on it, so it's probably gonna be taken down. And Hellraisers, they're bringing their heroes to the mid lane, but when you look at their heroes, they don't have the ability to kill. Whereas there is the chance of them dying, especially with Nightfall coming. This is a problem. Their Hellraisers were the ones that need to be setting up the tempo in this game, and you're up against the Ember Spirit, so he can just stay. Look at this. Look at where GPK is. He doesn't have to move from here, and he cannot die. You come in with the roar, there is going to be a global silence, he can escape. And every single time that the Beastmaster isn't on the bottom lane, it's going to be a problem. So this is why Hellraisers now, they need this bottom tower to drop right now. You cannot deal with him. Get what your lineup can do, and that is take down this tower. So luckily for them, they're going to get in position. You can even see the sniper from Hawk knows. He might need to be a part of a fight if he wants to.
I don't consider myself the best player. I don't consider myself the best player.
GPK, yeah, he got the roar. That's why he got so low. But the thing is, GPK isn't monkey. His Monkey King gets low. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care. Like, if you die, it's your fault. Every man for himself here, and now he is just gonna continue doing this. Hellraisers, they need to find a way to kill him, or at least force out the global. The global still isn't up in the hub. Yep. Now, the only thing that would completely crush Hellraisers is if you push Miero out of the bottom. You don't have to do it. You can continue playing the mid lane with GPK, but you can see as soon as the global silence got used and GPK wasn't showing in the mid lane, that the Beastmaster was pulling back. Now Ember Spirit shows in the mid lane, Beastmaster is going in because he knows if he's being hunted, it's gonna be with the Ember. So at least that is nice for Hellraisers to be able to read. And Miero has been doing his job in the bottom lane move. That's good. It's good. It's good for initiation because you can initiate from very far away. If you can slide a fist onto the creeps and you can... It kind of counts like your hero is... Yeah, they caught me arrow. Literally distracted there, and now you push the Beastmaster out of your jungle, but Hellraisers have a really nice response. It's not the worst thing in the world. If Monkey doesn't die there, and he can continue to push out the bottom lane pretty much safe with GPK doing what he's now, it's a disaster for Hellraisers. But considering that they lost the Beastmaster but got something in return, an even bigger kill, you could argue, then it's actually okay for them right now. And until the Monkey comes back into the lane, Miero should be able to establish himself in the...
Guys, don't give up, don't give up, guys, don't give up.
They'll have to use the glib.
Don't give up, guys.
Big thing is the shard coming out from Antares, but I have to say, BetBoom, you can see just how much they're putting the emphasis on making sure that the game is just going the way that they want it, right? They don't need to do anything big with it. Get one kill, a little bit of damage into the tower, and get back. Get a little bit ahead, get Nightfall super farmed, and then later on down the line, he stands his ground. If you can't burst him down, you cannot win. Literally, that's the case. If he's standing his ground, pushing the towers, getting the Rosh, you cannot kill him. Very nicely done there. 2 supports dead. They know there's no global silence and the Hellraisers are going forward. I like this. This is the way that their lineup should work. Be super aggressive, and with the helm of the Overlord and the Shard and the Techies, their timing is right. The only thing gave you the Wind Ranger, but it doesn't matter. You cannot light him. They'll take this tower down, which is actually quite big, because it will stop Ember Spirit's potential to consistently be in their face, because there is no access for his teammates to always help them.
Give up, guys, don't give up.
He was jumping in on GPK, just testing it out. Can I kill him? And I have to say, he actually got dangerously close. I mean, if there was no avalanche there and another bomb explodes, who knows? I mean, the Ember Spirit, I don't think he dies. I think he survives, but barely. So, you know, nice attempt. You are forcing out some smoke. Hellraisers should be aware. Monkey call. Hellraisers dealt so well with the pressure. They did so well. RS, they're going into mines. This Techies is really posing a threat to them. Hellraisers are playing very fast Dota. Now with the tower being done, BetBoom cannot apply that pressure in the mid lane any longer as much as it did. So it changes the flow of the game and the play it. I'm still afraid that this tower might... But you have a Wind Ranger. Maybe Kiyotaka can take it upon his shoulders and maybe more a power taker, a vision giver. smoking and jumping out is focusing on. Yep, but maybe they should be, because Miero is doing everything he needs. Now he's going for a TP, and they will smoke out. They know the Ember. Back. I'm not certain that this fastest best one. Hellraiser's vision. And plus they have a beat. And this is something they should... Good for BetBoom that they have, guess. But I think Hellraisers... Yes, they were constantly trying to... Themselves on BetBoom, because BetBoom probably... In the end, you know, you might not get kills, but you use the vision to push the enemies out and then just get a tower. So not the worst thing in the world. You're the ones with towers, even though it's Jaeger's. The way the Hellraisers were keeping themselves in this game was whenever BetBoom were making a big move, they were killing the Monkey King, and they did find him yet again. The thing is, this time around, the roar doesn't come through. He has the BKB, he turns around and he smacks the shit out of this Wind Ranger, and suddenly it's a disaster, right? And this is... It was a really good move from Hellraisers, but this is the point where your sniper is so weak. He just can't come out to the fight with this team and be super powerful, but he's always hiding, trying to farm and stuff like that, and it's just giving way too much opening to the BetBoom, whose Monkey King, despite some of those deaths, has been able to farm up, has been able to get to a point where he can stand his ground and be... Now they're the ones that are playing fast Dota, and Hellraisers, that has been taken away from them.
Парни, что он делает?
Vegas. They were broken. They were towards the ending of the Aegis. They were doing so well playing around it, but in the end, you know, losing the fight, losing the Wind Ranger. thinking now the game has become very, very tough for them. You mentioned the Death Prophet, Heaven's Halberd. It's all about survival for now. Seeing he's not going dagger, he doesn't care. Be able to stand. The Miero is looking. There is one hero that says a hop, skip, and a jump. Which that one is? Okay, anyways, the chat knows. You have to educate yourself after the game. But BetBoom, they use the exorcism again. They just need a little bit more of a lead, a little bit more. Hellraisers, I think they need to be utilizing the bottom lane. The fact that there is no tier 2 there and the split push. I think you want to get the Black Dragon Ancient just for the split, right? And that's what you put emphasis on. Split pushing and making sure that you are forcing BetBoom in. Of course, it's not easy to do against a team like this. You're trying to do it over and over. At some point, they could crumble under pressure. And if you come in with these heroes like here, they can just run on you. That's gonna be a problem. That's a gem. They don't see the other hero. They don't see the other heroes. They're too scared. That's it. Like you've already used your focus fire. It's not like the Wind Ranger does it. You haven't been able to kill the Emperor. That the global sign just allowed them to do this, but there's no global now. So Hellraisers, they can still go forward. The focus fire is gonna be there in a couple of seconds, and it's not like you expended anything big. The roar is still there, and he can still play this game. So going towards the bottom lane, that's quite nice. Hellraisers got a good respawn. This is some high quality Dota coming out from both sides. Both of them understanding the strengths and the weaknesses of the lineups. BetBoom still coming out ahead, you know, but it doesn't mean that that's how it's gonna continue. Still, Hellraisers, they have a time. They definitely have. The BKB of the sniper is already starting to be used up, and you need to find a way to make this hero work in the next step. You need to get a rack fight where, or it's gonna become increasingly do so. But Hellraisers, they're doing the best. Despite losing 7, still taking towers, they're still playing around. Oh man, that was so close. Hellraisers, they're getting super close, but they can't get the kill as you mentioned. And now, just one by one, they're dropping. At least Miero seems like he's gonna be surviving, but still another good fight for BetBoom. And just before the Roche does spawn that without the exorcism, so they can easily walk into the pit now. And there is gonna be limited things that do. I think Hellraisers maybe still should be smoking towards there, but it's very hard. You don't have the outpost. You don't have the roar. It's just okay. But you're not gonna have the positioning for sure. That's this one. Now this game has been broken. I'm gonna assume you less pure. There's no reason. Big things are BetBoom now with you're seeing some biggest of them all. Silencer, which he doesn't have just yet, but if he's allowed to farm 2 waves, that's gonna be. He even uses his scan because he knows he's being. And now Monkey King, he'll come over and they're like, Yokaka, come over, let's go, buddy. I think that's kind of. I think that's the idea. You use the primal spring to jump. Sniper uses the guts a grenade, and you. I think that's the reason. I think Shard and the Monkey King is great, but I don't think it's an item for every game until super comfortable hero. But this game, it is actually. Legacy. Considering that he's gonna be staying in his do it. Because he's not going to be coming into fights. I have to say, so this fight went actually quite okay. BetBoom, their lineup isn't the greatest. They're staffs and that. They're good at poking it. Now the sniper, when he KB, well, it's different. Finally! Take him down. Yep, finally he dies. And Hellraisers, I think, you could say it's time to celebrate, but not really, because the only reason you killed him is because he dove your base, killed your carry, and kind of took away your ability to win this. And that's when he... Still, you have been trying to do it for 34 minutes. You should at least try to celebrate. The guy that's been... Again, BetBoom, they're getting ahead of themselves. Double global. So it's not that their lineup that good at running towards. Still super good at Nightfall standing his ground. If they go on him, destroy him. And this MKB now on the Monkey King, it changes so much. The Wind Ranger get in and. He gets down. What a dodge. The biggest problem for Hellraisers here is that they can't use their sniper. Their sniper is just not here on your problem. At some point you're gonna lose the game because of that. And they killed the Monkey King, but Pure again, I mean, every single little thing that he can do right, he does right there. The time he pops the BK, the way that he used the way he dodges the damage from the techies. In the end, he does die, but man, it's scary. It's really scary looking at this guy that he's dodging everything in such high stress situations. With a lot of players would just let go of their hero. My teammates are gonna finish it off anyways, but he's just giving his teammates a couple of more seconds, and it's working out so well for them. But Hellraisers, again, I have to praise their moves, but can't use them. Going for more. There it is. The Hawk finally gets something done, gets the damage, and he pretty much destroyed that Ember. Very nice popping of the BKB as well, because the Avalanche, if it comes to him, he won't be able to do that. But Ember being rolled. Sniper just was way too expensive. He broke GPK, he died once, and suddenly he's just not looking as scary as he used to. Yes. Yeah, it looked to me when the game, or was it in the previous? I think so. Everyone here is a very nice guy. No toxicity on. I'm sure everywhere. I really like that Solo gave up the idea. I already talked series, but when they played the Christmas show, he was playing the Undyings and so boring, not doing anything. And now he's showing that he can actually play quite well. You know, he's breaking the link, he's getting the lifts off, he is starting the fights, he's using nice spells. I'm really liking. very aware there are no buybacks, but they don't have to this game if they just take a slow over. Look at the sniper. This is the position. So if his enemies are hitting the throne, maybe he can. They have just been ignoring. So because they were ignoring him, Nightfall changed up the build. Okay, I want key and go towards your towers, but you're skipping me. I get a blink and a hex, I'll get you're gonna die. So I really like the way that he adapted, given how his enemy. That was the right move of the game, but then again, right item. And also now there's a double very big Wukong. BetBoom, any objective they want to take, they can just easily. Destroy them.
Guys, don't give up.
Two heroes of BetBoom just destroyed 4 heroes of Hellraisers.